strip number 90. This is strip by strip a quilting journey. For 99 days, I am showing you and pushing myself to show you 99 different ways to machine quilt a 2-inch strip. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've all found a lot of inspiration. Today we're going to be focusing on using the Sway 4 and the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler combined with a little bit of free motion quilting to quilt this 2-inch strip. All right, I gotta tell you before we get to the quilting, if you've not yet, run to our website and grab our companion design workbook. In this awesome workbook, I've included a piecing pattern if you want to make a quilt like mine. You'll actually need to make 4 of these if you want to quilt all 99 of these designs. But we've also included 2 scale illustrations full of color. It's a really awesome workbook, but includes illustrations of all 99 of these designs. And we've also brought back my favorite QR codes. So if you scan those QR codes with your smart device, it'll bring you right to these videos where I'm showing you how to do the machine quilting. All right, enough talking. Let's hop down here to my machine and let's get quilting. For this fun design, I'm not going to be doing any marking. Instead, we're just going to be using the markings here on the Sway machine quilting rulers. And speaking of machine quilting rulers, before we get started, make sure if you're doing any machine quilting with rulers, so if you're on a sit-down machine or a long arm machine, you always want to make sure that you do have a ruler foot here on your machine. So I do all my quilting on the Gamble machine, so I do have the Gamble ruler foot on my machine. I also have this ruler base here on the bottom. So this base is something I recommend purchasing from your machine manufacturer, but it creates this nice large flat working surface so that when I'm using machine quilting rulers, I can use gentle pressure with my right hand, or if you're left-handed, you'd probably do the opposite, but I'll be using gentle pressure by holding the machine quilting ruler down, but also gentle pressure against the side of the ruler. Really gentle. I know it sounds crazy when I say it because your instinct is going to be to push really hard, but the more gentle you can be, the better your results will be. All right, so the Sway machine quilting rulers are designed so that this circle end and this concave side on all of them are designed for quilting. Perfect 4-inch curve and a perfect 3-inch curve. This hook end down here is designed for marking a perfect 3-inch curve or 4-inch curve. In today's lesson, we're not going to be doing any marking. We're just going to jump right into the quilting. So the rulers are designed taking into consideration that from the outside of your ruler foot here to the needle position measures 1/4 of an inch. So that's taken into consideration when you're doing quilting with these rulers. So what you'll do is use the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler, line up this straight line right here through the center of the ruler on top of this stitch right here. So I'll do that, engage my machine, and stitch around that by gentle pressure. Okay, so there's my first curve. Now, I could go through and quilt every single one of these 4-inch curves, but just for showing you sake, let's jump right into using the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler. We're going to switch now and use the concave side of the ruler and quilt a echo right here. So we want a 3-inch curve because we want an echo that's a little bit smaller. So what I'll do is travel along my ditch, moving over about a 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to hold the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler so that this marked line, so that light dash line on the ruler, I want to line that up right on top of that previous stitch line. By doing that, I'll hold my ruler in that position using gentle pressure, but I'm going to end up with this perfect 3-inch curve. So I'll stitch along that curve, stop, let my needles stop in the down position, then I'll readjust the ruler, again lining up those dash lines on the ruler on top of my stitching, and then I'll engage my machine and continue stitching. So now I have those perfect curves without doing any marking. All right, so through the center of each of these, I want to fill in with a fun filler. So I'm quilting the figure 8s here. I'll start out small on the left side, get bigger as I work to the center, and then small as I get to the opposite side. So I should continue repeating this, or generally would, filling in all the way across here. But For video's sake, so you don't have to stay here all day, I'm just going to jump right into showing you the next part. So for my background filler, these triangles out here, I want to fill them in with something heavy so that this part right here, the ring that I've created, really stands out and becomes the focal. So just for video's sake, for showing you, I'm going to travel across this ditch over to this point, and then I'm going to fill in this area with some pebbles. Whenever I machine quilt pebbles, I am stitching in the stitch regulated mode, and I am trying to alternate the size of my pebbles. The more random, the better overall they turn out. Hey there, thanks for joining me in this machine quilting video. I hope you were able to find a bit of inspiration. Don't forget, we have created an awesome companion design workbook that includes all 99 of these designs illustrated, plus we have our favorite QR codes that when you scan those with your smart device, it'll take you right to the video where I show you how to do this machine quilting. Don't forget, I love seeing your work. You can share in our Piece and Quilt Show and Tell Facebook group. Have a great day and happy quilting!